I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a big amount of YouTubers that just up and left or really cut down on how much content they're producing. And it's the same thing with stock photography. YouTube and stock are very similar industries. And I've noticed on my analytics, everybody that clicks those links that I have here, people that are referred to these agencies, 98% have stopped or quit. Only 2% are uploading and doing fine for what I can tell in stock. All right, so before we can get into why people are quitting, we gotta get into why people are starting. And you probably heard that all you do is put a few videos or you take a few photos, you upload them, and then you start making some extra cash. It's a money tree. And yes, it can be, but it needs maintenance. A lot of maintenance. And then there's other reasons. Are you doing this to be better at your craft? The thing that you do, whether it's video or photo? Are you trying to go full-time or it's just a side thing? Like, what is your reason for doing this? Do you want to go full-time? Do you have long-term goals? Because that is very important. And did you know that if you go full-time, there's no paid time off, there's no paid vacation, there's no benefits, there's no retirement. It's literally just you doing this. So that is something to keep in mind. And one reason why I believe a lot of people are just jumping ship and going finding something that's a little bit more stable. This is being your own employer, doing your own thing, especially in the social media thing, in the creator world, whether it's YouTube, social medias, or stock photography. You don't get all these other benefits that you get from a full-time job. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Full-timers, part-timers, you know, we all have different reasons for doing this. And yes, this is a dream job, but it's still a job. A job is a job. There's a big learning curve. Like any job, you got to learn things. There's a lot of competition, and you have to be ready to work a long time and put a lot of effort in and work for many years for free. Now, it's really interesting when I was thinking about working for free, because you basically do. You know, you start out, whether it's stock photography, you're going out, you're taking photos, you're making videos. If you're a YouTuber, I know I have a mix of both watching my channel. So regardless of what you do, you're gonna go out there and practice and put a lot of hours in for free. It's gonna take you a year or 2 years, or in my case, I'm getting close to 4 years, and I feel like I'm barely getting started on this channel. But all of those years I did for free. Now let's take into account a regular job. You go to school, you pay to learn in the hopes that you will eventually find a job. So that you basically do the same thing, but this you don't have to pay. And that is the difference between YouTube or stock photography or any other job. Is we don't have to pay money up front, and as we're doing the thing that we're doing, we get a little bit of money in return, whether it's ad revenue, whether it's files sold. We're learning photography, we're learning videography, we're getting better at this thing that we do, which is not just photo and video. It includes marketing, it includes putting yourself out there, learning everything around the subject that you're interested. And then as you're learning, you're making some money back. That's one of the biggest benefits and differences between a content creator and then any other regular job. Sport, people in sports. For years, you play football. You play on your time off. You do the best you can with the hopes that one day you'll get discovered. The difference, again, is you don't know where you're gonna go and how much time you gotta put in for free when you go get a job and now you have a guaranteed income. Money for your time, where this has potential, but you just don't know where it's gonna go. And now that I'm talking about working for free, I really wanna take a moment to thank everyone that's helped me out on this channel. People that bought me coffees, people that do the YouTube supers, people that have become members to the channel where I don't have much to offer, people that bought my calendar. Anybody that supported this channel financially has been a blessing. So thank you very much, because without you guys, there's no way I could be doing this as much as I am without having to worry so much about clients and everyday life and everything that happens around me. And then everybody that hits likes and comments and all these things, that really brings more attention, where I can get a little bit more revenue from the AdSense. Now this is where it gets interesting, because now we go back to why are we doing the thing that we do? What are your goals, your long-term goals? That's what we got to keep in mind, because then that direction is going to help us find direction. So just to put it into perspective, I've been at this for about 3.5 years. I've been doing YouTube for 3.5 years. And if you break it down per hour, now that I'm at my highest level ever, I'm making about $1.25 an hour, and that's both of my channels combined, my English channel and my Spanish channel. So that's not really quite minimum wage here in the US where I live, where things are expensive. Now stock photography, I have averaged close to 15 to 20,000 a year. And again, that's with the first few years of not making any money. So that's a very good supplement income aside from my photography jobs. So you can see how the potential is there, but it's just not there yet. So 3 years of working for $1.25 an hour or less than that, you can see why a lot of people are jumping ship after they start. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. All right, now let's go back to stock photography a little bit. I made a video, I don't know, a few weeks ago about some of my worst photos that have sold. The worst of the worst that have sold. And I learned a lot making that video, but one of the things I learned, and I haven't shared this yet on my channel, is how many photos I have never sold. How many photos I've gone out and planned the photo shoot, taken the photos, come back to Lightroom, process the images, keyword them, export them, uploaded them, submitted them. They got accepted, but they have never sold. I'm gonna put 3 numbers here on this screen, and I want you to let me know in the comments if you guessed it right. How many photos of mine in my portfolio have never sold? The answer is more than 20,000 photos. Talk about working for free. And that's not taking into account how many images did not get accepted. And that's about the same amount, about 20,000 photos. So that's 40,000 images I took, I keyworded, I processed, I exported, I uploaded, I submitted, and got rejected or have never sold. That's 40,000 photos. My portfolio, my sales come from 1/3 of the images. I had 30,000 photos on average across all platforms, and my sales come from 10,000 of those images. And my best sellers are only about 500 of those photos. So keep that in mind when you upload 100 images and then nothing sells and then you want to quit. It takes numbers. I've said that since day one in this channel. The numbers that you need to generate sales and make an income from stock are big numbers. That's the first time I say that. I've never said how many photos I've never sold. I didn't even know. I mean, yes, we all want to make a decent income. We all want security in our jobs. You all want to know that when you go to work, you're going to make money. Content creating is completely different. Making videos for YouTube, I don't know when YouTube is gonna stop being a thing. It could stop tomorrow, it could stop next month. It could go on for 50 years, I don't know. I don't have any security here. I have potential, and that's why I continue to do it. Besides learning, the skills I've learned since I started doing YouTube. I can speak in front of a camera, which years ago there was no way you could put me in front of a camera. I've learned a lot about video, about editing videos, sound design. I've learned so many things since I started doing this, which is why I continue to do it, continue to learn new techniques, new equipment, new lighting, like so many things I'm learning while I'm doing this, which is one reason why I like to do it. And at the same time, I get paid. Same thing with stock photography. I've been doing this for years, since 2010, and I've learned everything I know about photography. I owe it to stock photography. Every photography job I get, it's because I did stock photography, or I continue to do stock photography. When I got new lighting techniques, what do I do with the images? I go to stock photography. It's a great way to learn. And again, you have to go back to why you do the thing that you do. Why do you want to do video? Why do you want to take photos? Do you want to get better? Are you looking for a career? Are you looking for something more? Is this just a side thing to see how much money you can make? How much time and effort are you willing to put into a side job? Those are all things you have to consider before you even start. I didn't. I enjoy it. I enjoy the process. I'm doing this to learn and to get better at the thing that I do. I'm learning marketing. I'm learning, oh man, a little bit of everything every day. Things that I didn't even know existed, I'm learning. I mean, there's so many things out there that I had no idea were a thing until you start to do the thing that you do. Remember, making videos for YouTube, it's not just making videos. I have to write a script or a bullet list because I'm terrible at reading. Reading a script, I can't, that's not my thing. I have to go from in here, I think. But the amount of stuff I've been learning since I started doing this, it's just been incredible. And the support I get from people like you guys is awesome. So that's why I do the thing that I do. Same thing with soft photography. I get a lot of support from all the buyers, everybody that buys these images. It feels great every day when I wake up and I see how many sales I have. I mean, it's just a great way to wake up every morning. You're positive, you're upbeat, you want to keep doing the thing that you do. So I don't know if you got my drift. Why are people quitting? Whether you don't have long-term goals, you were sold the idea that this is easy and anybody can do it. You take photos with your phone and upload and then you start making money. That's not the case. If you do the numbers, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why we do the thing that we do besides, the freedom and the feeling that you get out of it. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Why do you think people quit? Why do you think this is not for everybody? And what you thought about this video. I kind of liked the campfire thing. I thought it was a little bit more like, let's hang out for a little while. But the smoke seems to be a little bit in my face. That's my superpower. Wherever I sit, the smoke comes to me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Drink my coffee.